956 lads are at it again. Tune in now or else.
You are about to experience the 956 ABV podcast.
Fire shit. Oh, that's fire. Oscar.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 956 ABV podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Mondays.
Happy Mondays, happy Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays,
Happy
Fridays,
Thursday
Saturdays.
to you, my guy. You look confused.
Hell yeah. Hey, but we are back at the Landmark on Tower.
It's good to be back.
Hell yeah, man. It's been a
There's
long
a lot
time.
going on today.
It's
They
been
got Easters.
They got a lot of stuff going on. They got...
If you're not here, you missed out on it, and that's what you get for not following the Landmark on Tower. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Come on.
Hey, big shout out to them. Yeah. 316. You guys know the song.
Dude,
we
that's
don't gotta
today's
fucking
date,
explain
bro.
anything. Shut the fuck up.
Made both
You
of
made me
y'all
look.
look.
Dude, I'm looking at it.
I
Hey,
made all of y'all look.
we want to welcome a very, very special guest to the podcast.
Fuck yeah.
We got the one and only Mr. Eddie Garza, Combat Cult Wrestling. And what is, we have to give him a proper intro,
With
Some
a proper beer, dude.
some wrestling buffs. Let's go ahead and pop this, bro. Big shout out. Cheers.
Cheers, my guy.
Cheers.
Damn, that beer squirted and it looked hot, bro.
You squirted and you look hot. This is Steve Austin's Broken Skull 316 IPA.
Okay. Oh shit.
It's amazing.
That's better than the other beer he had put out.
El Segundo. I mean, it's still out, right? So this is El Segundo actually, but the other one was the one that we had was the lager. I think that was the first one he dropped.
Yeah, it was not very good.
No?
He dropped the lager. I mean, speak for yourself, bro. Anything Stone Cold puts out, it's good, bro.
I don't think so.
Have you seen this porn? I know, I'm just playing.
The one with Deborah? I have seen it.
Hey, back in the day, Deborah, though. Hey,
I know I've said this story in the past, but I'm gonna tell you, I got to meet Stone Cold back in the day. I got his autograph, and waiting in line, I got to see him like stand on the table, smash beers, and I was like, yes, and like, fuck yeah, dude, like you're a little kid. And then as I'm approaching his table, I see fucking Deborah there posted up with her tig bitties out, dude, or in wrestling dialogue with her puppies out.
oh yeah, right.
Couldn't say
She
that.
had
The
her
puppies.
her
Couldn't say it on
puppies. I was like,
Hey,
yeah.
nah, but hey, big shout out to Combat Cult Wrestling, man, and big shout out to you, bro. Thanks a lot for coming on the pod. And yeah, man, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah,
Excited.
bro. I'm excited to talk to you. Also, big thanks to you for inviting us to go see your show.
I've seen it, bro.
Thank you,
That
yeah.
was an awesome event,
That
bro.
was crazy, bro. That
Thank
was
you.
fucking super, super dope. Like I
Fuck yeah.
really enjoyed it.
I appreciate that. A lot of hard work goes into those shows. The boys, they put in a tremendous amount of work. I mean, you've seen them all over the valley.
Yeah.
And when you get to a stage like Cine Rey that has so much history.
Yeah.
People back in the day. Well, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, right? It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, they were wrestling there every week. And now we have the opportunity to perform there and showcase our wrestlers, our local wrestlers, and some of the guys from up north.
Hell yeah, bro. That's fucking cool, man. And
What's
shit,
like the furthest wrestler that you've got like in your like
a good
team, right? Like what?
Like
it's
on
like
the
a company, right?
Yeah,
company,
promotion. Just strictly Combat Cult because we've done a couple of collaborations.
Yeah, but just
but
like strictly
Combat
yours.
Cult.
Like what's like the furthest one that
Probably like Dallas.
you've... Okay,
Yeah,
badass.
Dallas,
Fuck yeah.
I really try to showcase Texas talent. Of course, if I have the opportunity to book somebody from out of state, then by all means. I
Hell
will.
yeah.
But Texas talent, young Texas
keep
talent.
it Texas, bro. Fuck
Yeah, no, of course. It's a hot spot right now, man. You know,
Texas wrestling, bro. That's a thing, right? Like
yeah.
it's embedded in like the wrestling world, like
Yeah,
Texas.
And look at the famous ones. I mean, Austin, probably one of the most famous guys. The
Texas.
Attitude Era would not be what it is.
Oh,
or
bro,
what it
don't get
was.
me started on the Attitude Era,
It
bro.
would
That
not-
was like
it would
that
not
was
be-
my life for
Bro,
that whole run, bro.
Shawn Michaels, dog. Like,
Sean's from Texas.
I love Shawn Michaels, dude.
Shawn's
Like,
from
I
Texas.
missed that meet and greet, dude, because he came down. I missed that one,
You had a
but
crush on him, right?
I wanted to give me that sweet chin music, dog. Like,
Nah, dude. Hey,
but with his balls, that ball chin music.
Meat chin music.
ball chin music. Nah, dude. But hey, but how did
Teabag music. Okay, that was the last one.
Good one. That's a good one.
that
was
is a
the
good
last
one. I mean, dude, interest. How did you get interested in wrestling? First of all, well, like, how did that come about?
So, I mean, I've always been a fan of wrestling since I was young. I mean, I think that's everybody's first thing they say, right? I've been a fan since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, no. I started as an adult.
in my mid 30s.
I barely started liking wrestling yesterday.
I love AEW. No, but of course, I mean, I was always a fan as a kid growing up. I'd had my action figures. I'd put together like little shows, and I guess maybe that was like a precursor to what I'm doing today. But yeah, you know, when and I've told this story before. There was a time where I was working the rigs. I fucking hated it. Can I say fucking?
Dude, you can say
you can say whatever you want.
Because I say that a lot. So
It's all good, bro.
you guys should take
Say-
a shot every time I say the word fuck.
Oh, dude,
All right.
you can say it when we all say fuck, because I say that shit a lot.
No fucking shit, man.
No, but I was working in the rigs. I fucking hated it. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was just, you know, collecting a paycheck. I was away from home with my now wife, you know, back here at home. You know, she ended up conceiving my daughter now, and we were just
Big shout out, Dad Life.
yeah, dad life.
Dad life.
Dad life.
All of
How long have you been a dad, bro?
My daughter is 6.
Hey,
Hey,
big shout
mine
out to
too,
that.
bro.
She'll be
My daughter's 6.
She'll be
Big
7
shout
this
out.
year. The crazy thing is, 2 weeks after she was born was my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you could say she was like an early.
You know what's crazy,
Dude,
My
like, oh-
my oldest son was born that year on Father's Day, so that was pretty tripped out for me.
That's cool.
Yeah, my daughter was born the week before Father's Day. And I was like, damn, bro. Like, hell yeah. Yeah, she'll be 7 in June.
October
my
for
my
me.
oldest is 5.
October, and it's fun, man. It's parenthood. But back to
Okay,
more
bro.
important things.
Back to wrestling.
Fuck them kids.
I'm just kidding. The kid's my world, so
For sure,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you know, so you know, I was hating what I was doing. I was just like, I got to do something. I got to figure out what I like and what I want to do. And I was just so happened to be, you know, chilling. The rig was down, so I was chilling, watching videos, and I saw a video of, I believe it was Chris Pratt, and it was just like an inspirational story about Chris Pratt and how he started everything late. And
Chris Pratt, that's the Galaxy of the Guardians.
yeah, Guardians of the
right?
Galaxy, dude.
What the fuck did I?
He's the
Galaxy
cute
of the
guy.
Guardians.
He's the cute guy.
Oh yeah, I they get us confused sometimes.
Oh, yeah, well, Chris Pratt.
I'm just like,
No, but I saw a video of him and or like his story, and I was kind of inspired. And I went inside that day, turned on Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, well, fuck, I've always loved this. Like, why don't I give it a shot? Like, what if I start training? So I came home that week. I looked up wrestling schools that were nearby. At the time, there was no wrestling school here in the Valley. Shout out to New Breed. New Breed's a school here in
hey,
the Valley.
big shout out to
you know?
New Breed too, for sure.
In the house.
But they didn't establish themselves to I believe like 2019.
Yeah.
And this all happened I think in 2018. So again, yeah, I looked up wrestling schools. There was a couple schools up north. I contacted a few of them. One of them kind of gave me the runaround. They were like, yeah, you know, we practice on these days. Come out. I was willing to travel that way, you know, on my days off. And come back home because it was in close proximity. It was close enough for me to drive and then come back home. I mean, I'd be fucking exhausted, but it wasn't nothing I wasn't already used to. So I kind of chased that for a couple of weeks, and I was just like, you know what? I guess maybe it's not meant to be. You know, the guy's just ghosting me, and I guess.
Get ghosted by a guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
What's that feel like?
How fucking.
I want to know what that feels.
It's pretty
like.
horrible, bro. Honestly.
Nah,
because
Andy ghosts me all the time, bro. I'd be like sending him memes and he don't respond.
Man, you send me dick pics,
I'm notorious for that. I'm notorious for not.
Bussy pics.
I'm notorious for not responding back to memes. It's just like there's too many motherfuckers sending me memes all day. It's just like,
Dude, the group chat be
The
like
group
that,
chat,
bro.
it blows up,
I'm
man.
just
It
like,
blows up.
Big shout out to the group chat.
hey, I'm going to confess, guys. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Why
I'm
not?
I'm not.
Just say what you were
I'm-
gonna
I'm-
say,
no,
bro.
I'm not. I'm
Come
not.
on.
No, I'm not going to throw myself under the bus.
You've done it before.
All right.
But yeah, no. So I was on the verge of giving up, and I remember I had went to this one Comic-Con with my brother at a kind of convention center, and I remember watching some local wrestling. So I was like, well, shit. I mean, they must have shows in the Valley. At the time, I didn't know, WR Wrestling Revolution was actually weekly there at Cine El Rey. So I contacted, the page for Wrestling Revolution, and they told me, yeah, come in, speak with so and so, and we'll get you started. Excuse me. So I did that Friday. Went straight to Cine El Rey, watched the show, enjoyed it. Took my little nephew. Well, he was little at the time. He's not little anymore. But we went out there. We watched the show. I got in contact with some of the folks there, and I started doing some training. And at the time, because of the logistics of the way the show ran, training wasn't very consistent.
And you were training to
actually be a wrestler.
To be a wrestler?
Yeah. I have a little bit about me. I have a background doing jiu-jitsu. I've done jiu-jitsu for
Damn.
probably like 15
Let's see,
years.
bro. Let's see.
What belt are you, dog?
I'm a purple belt. I haven't trained very
I
consistently.
think purple belt.
He's a purple villain
I'm a purple villain. Shout out purple villain. New music project coming soon.
in the house.
I'll be looking out. But yeah, no. So I have a background in jiu-jitsu and a little bit of kickboxing here and there. With
Fire, bro.
with,
Hell yeah.
at the time, it was.
You can
Cinco de
handle
Mayo.
yourself.
Yeah, I don't like to get into confrontations, but if I have to, I will.
If I have to,
If I
I'm gonna
have
bust out a gun.
Well, you know what? I have that thought too. Like, hey,
Why am I gonna fuck around?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get shot first. I'm gonna shoot them first,
Exactly.
bro.
That's
Hey,
not a bad mentality.
If they didn't have one, they should have.
They should have.
Because that's my mentality.
You're not wrong.
I don't want to get caught without one. So
Right. But if it's somebody that I care for, or
Fuck them too.
a little bit, I'll piece them up a little bit.
just bring them back to life.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So again, like I said, the training wasn't very consistent to be a wrestler. I felt so discouraged sometimes, but I just said, hey, you know what? I guess this is just part of it's part of the show. So I kept doing security there with Cine El Rey, Wrestling Revolution shows there at Cine, and I met Pete Payne. And
Okay, big shout out,
Payne?
for sure.
Pete Payne. That's where I met Pete Payne.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's
I was like T-Pain?
That's another conversation we can get into later. But I met Pete Payne there. He was one of the first guys I met, and he's become pretty much like a mentor to me, I guess you could
Awesome.
say.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't have any.
He's an OG, dude.
Right.
He is.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been on his grind for a long time, and he's done some pretty cool stuff. He's wrestled guys like Brian Keith, who's now on AEW, and I'm proud of the dude. He's come a long way. He's one of those dudes who, and I mean, I'm sure you've met him a couple times.
I met him for
You
sure.
know, he can be a little. His character is not too far from the
It's not-
reality.
yeah.
Pete is Pete, and he's always been good to me too.
That's awesome, though, dude,
he's
for sure.
he's one of those dudes who's genuine. He's not gonna beat around the bush and sugarcoat shit. He's gonna tell you.
I like to beat around the bush.
That's a good one.
Hey, man, I had to.
You're better than me, man. I do this to my wife all the time, and it's,
Look, Andy, look.
Feel free here on this show. Do anything
Let yourself
you want, bro.
out, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Andy,
come on,
this
bro.
is how you do it. That's how you beat around the bush.
Hey,
That's also
if
how you
what
let
it
yourself
is,
out.
That is also how you color.
But yeah, I met Pete, and COVID happened. Wrestling Revolution stopped.
Fuck, that
Yeah,
sucks, dude.
And I had seen some stuff there at WR that I just wasn't a fan of, storyline wise.
Oh, okay.
I think the guys, like I said, they always put in their work. I just think there was some stuff that was left to be desired as far as storylines.
And how do storylines work, bro? Like, is
Yeah,
that
like-
something like the?
Well,
that-
I mean, I don't want to pull back the curtain too much.
Oh no! Okay, for sure, for sure.
Oh, come on, man. That's what they listen to this for.
Nah, hey, some wrestling things you need to fucking, you know, you
I
need
think
to
that's a
keep behind the
problem.
door, bro.
I think there's a problem with that nowadays, and
We'll get a Patreon and we'll pay you to tell us,
Yeah.
and then we'll get paid to
that's
tell
not a bad
people.
idea. You know, it's not a bad idea.
Let us know how bad you want it, guys.
So yeah, no, I mean storyline wise, I mean it just really depends on who the well, in indie wrestling it's a little different, but really depends on who the promoter is and what they want.
Oh, so there are like
Showcase.
restrictions then, or there can be.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, bro. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna bring like a super fucked up character to be like, oh, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to know your demographic too. You can't. I mean, like here in the valley, you can't do anything too outrageous. Because as crazy as we are down here, there's still some conservative type of people.
We're very traditional shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like the
man.
machista shit is still there.
For sure.
You know, I think it's part of the culture. I don't think that's.
You can't
gonna
be
change.
gold dust in the valley, dog.
I don't know,
For
man.
real.
That's,
You'd be surprised. There's some exoticos that people love.
bro, I've been wanting to be Goldust for Halloween for so long,
Dude,
bro.
that'd be a good one.
Like,
That would be dope.
like
dude.
for years,
You
bro.
be
I always
Goldust,
do it.
I'll be mankind.
That'd be fire, bro.
That would be cool.
And that's
dude.
because he used to have the hair.
I had
bro.
hair down to my back, bro.
That would be perfect.
He used to have it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can get a wig, right?
Yeah.
I'll just grow it out. I'll take hormones.
From here to-
and
We
I'll
have
take.
what? We have a couple months.
Halloween. It's not
I'll
gonna
take
fucking-
estrogen pills. I'll get the titties and everything. Yeah.
Hey, that'd be fire, bro. I get something to look at on this pod. Play with and shit. No, dude. Dude, but how did, like,
Shout out Bronco 95.
even before that, before, like, any of this, like, how did you get interested in wrestling itself?
Well, it started with my father.
When I was a young...
No, but seriously, it really did start with my dad.
Yeah.
And nowadays, me and my dad are cool. But we didn't always have the greatest relationship.
Oh, okay.
And as a kid, I
Y'all
think
would
that
wrestle?
Stupid.
Well, he would wrestle. I would. No, just like. Nah, he never did nothing like that. But
He choke slammed me. a
chokes
couple-
that shit out of me.
A couple times. Something like that.
But no, that was kind of the way we bonded. Watching.
Oh, I thought you meant fighting.
No. Watching wrestling.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
watch a lot of wrestling. Play video games. We do all that.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, you
That's
know,
cool.
Back then we had the N64. I think it was like Warzone.
Hey, how old are you, dude?
I'm 33.
Okay.
After the 30s,
Wow,
you
that's
gotta,
starting
you
to
gotta
think
start
about
to
it,
be
yeah.
like,
That's
wait,
crazy
what?
because, like, I thought you were gonna say something younger. So, like, you're close to my age, and I mean, well, I'm like 5 years older than you, but still, like, we're still close in age, and
30s, bro.
and I'm imagining playing video games with my dad. Like, that's really cool, bro. Like, because
Yeah.
I didn't. Like,
Uh-huh.
my dad was.
Yeah, my dad wasn't into video games.
He was like just work and hang out with his friends, like
Yeah.
that was it.
Well, my dad he didn't work. He was involved in other activities.
Oh, hey,
So-
big shout out to those. Big shout out to that.
supply
So
and
you're Escobar.
No, but he was involved in all that stuff. He did his time for it, and he's out now. He's clean, but yeah, he had the time to do that sometimes because there were still other extracurriculars, I guess you could say. And again, part of growing up is forgiving, and I've done all of that now. And
All right, well, that's good, bro. You
yeah.
know, like,
God forgives. I don't.
I love that saying, bro. But sometimes you got to.
No,
yeah,
you
dude,
have
for
to,
sure.
bro.
Yeah, dude.
I always felt like
it's beyond religion. It's just like a spiritual, like
especially
well-being
like
thing.
growing older and then you like becoming a dad.
That's
and
what triggered
yeah,
it.
Yeah. That's
because
what I'm
honestly,
saying.
any motherfucker who does me wrong, I don't forgive. But
Yeah, for sure.
I think that part was when I found out my wife
Especially
was
with your
expecting.
dad, right? Like, for sure, like,
when I found out my wife
emotions and
was
shit. Like,
expecting,
oh shit.
I never knew my father. No, but when all that happened, I found out my wife was pregnant. I was just like, I can't hold on to this no more. I gotta let it go, and
For sure.
because I don't want to make those mistakes. Because he didn't have the greatest upbringing either, and that was something I considered. When I
Yeah,
finally,
bro, it's a trip, right? Like
Yeah.
our dads, like their dads was the generation where it's like, man, fucking.
So I don't know if I missed the part, but like from like what went wrong? I mean, you don't have to get into too much detail, but like I mean, because you have memories growing up playing games with your dad, and then from that you said like you went into like forgiving him, but like what was it that?
There was a lot of that went down.
Okay.
I mean, again,
I mean, like, yeah, you don't have to get into too much detail, but
Yeah.
just you know,
I mean, like I said, the extracurriculars,
yeah,
kind of, they really
time consuming.
that too, but it really defines what your character is.
Okay.
Okay.
Like at that time, he was
Yeah.
choosing that over being like.
Not so much. It
Family
was
guy?
more of the
Like a defining moment. Moment.
When you
I mean,
get money, people will start to flock that way. Certain genders start to flock that way,
Okay.
and
I get you.
yeah,
for
you know,
sure. Yeah,
so
yeah, I get you.
again, I don't want to go into the details.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say, bro. It's all
Therapy
good. Hey,
Hey.
we fucking get crying on this motherfucking podcast.
We can go to my
dog.
house afterwards and continue this conversation, my guy.
No, but alcohol and therapy, I don't know what they mix. But,
We add a little bit of weed in there, and you're good, man.
okay. Well, for those of you who know me as a professional, I don't do that. But for those of you who don't,
All right.
Look, just drug test the guy. He's clean, all right?
very clean.
Quit being a dick.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, things happen. Life happens. People make decisions that they regret later on. And,
For sure.
And like I said, we've mended fences now.
That's awesome, dude.
We're all a family now.
That's nice, dude.
Yeah,
It's nice to have that, like, togetherness.
It's fucking nuts, bro. Like, I never thought my parents would be together again, but they got back together.
Hey,
That's
big
good,
shout out to
man.
that.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. That's
and-
pretty dope, though. That's pretty dope. Dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How long was that separation before they came back together?
Oh man, I mean, before my dad got locked up when I was 13, they were already separating. He got locked up. My mom stayed around, helped him out through the first stint. He came out a little bit before that. They had decided to split for good that time, and then he came out the first time. He lasted about a year. Had to go back in for some other stuff. That other stuff is what triggered me to be like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm gonna cut this out of my life. I don't need it. And I did have a lot of resentment, a lot of anger for a lot of years, and it, like I said, when I found out I was gonna be a dad, I was just like, okay, I gotta let this go because I don't want that to carry over to my child.
Yeah.
I
sure,
I
dude.
gotta break that generational trauma, and it's got to be somewhere, and this is where it's gonna be. I don't want my kid to grow up, hating her dad or us, not being a family. So I've done a lot of things since then to grow as a person, and I feel great, man. If you would have talked to me 10 years, or not even 10 years ago, man, if you would have talked to me like 5 years ago, I was a totally different person too.
Damn.
But when my dad got out, we started the relationship. We a little bit before that, because he got out. I can't even remember how long ago it was, but it wasn't that long after I was a dad. We started communicating with each other a lot more. Because when I found out, I was gonna be a dad, I reached out.
It's a crazy feeling, right?
It really is, man. It's just like
it's a crazy
It's
feeling,
crazy,
bro.
man.
Yeah, like that's weird because I haven't thought about that until just now.
Dude,
like,
it's
that
a crazy feeling, bro.
That really, like when they tell you,
get
like,
that
"Hey, I'm
phone call, or
pregnant," like,
you get that phone call or something, bro. It's like,
whoa.
woo, you're what? How?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
We've never laid.
no, dude,
I'm a virgin.
not proud to admit it, dude. Like I've had the first time that I felt that was like in my early-ish mid
Like the scares.
Yeah. No. Like,
Talk about the scares.
yeah, because like my ex from my 20s like had got pregnant, and she didn't want to have a baby. You know her, bro.
Uh-oh.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Juicy tea.
Think about it, mid 20s. Who was I dating mid 20s?
Do you want to say that on air?
Early-ish mid 20s, veranda days, post veranda.
verandas.
All I have to do is
That's right,
The
my guy.
verandas.
That is right. Mhm.
Does
You
the
know,
verandas-
you know.
Oh, I've never went to the verandas. I was very antisocial in college.
You missed out, dog.
Oh,
it was
bro.
anarchy there, bro.
I've heard.
Fuck.
I've heard.
literally in the stairway.
Nah, back in the day, that was the spot that's where I met this guy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yep.
back in the day, bro. That's
Not-
crazy.
not in the
That's crazy.
stairway, right?
Super crazy. Hey,
Hello.
what's up, man?
Oh,
Oh shit, that looks good. But no, thank you. Not right now. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
God damn, that looks
it
good.
did look good. I mean, I'm on a diet, you know. So
Me too. a beer diet.
I choose where I get my calories from, bro, and this is where it's at.
you got to make them count. You know, you got to
You gotta make
count.
those.
Dude,
Make it's a sacrifice, my guy.
So you guys would watch wrestling back in the day?
Yeah, man. And a lot of people ask me like, were you a WCW guy or a WWF guy?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me that, and honestly, like we were the type that would switch between channels.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, we would switch between channels. Personally,
I was
didn't.
always a WWE.
If you had,
leaned a
if you
little
had
bit
to
more.
pick,
I leaned a little bit more towards WWE
I didn't
What?
even. I didn't even
Yeah.
know there
Wait,
was
WW
other stuff, bro.
or F at the time.
Yeah,
right?
okay, yeah.
So I leaned a little bit more towards that, but WCW was still pretty cool to me. I mean, I liked what they did.
they had some like cool characters.
Yeah,
Dude, I started watching wrestling because my uncle.
It's like WWF was Target and WWE was Walmart.
kind of. Yeah,
Still cool.
man,
I love Walmart.
Walmart's great. It's got everything you need. You know,
I dig it.
Walmart's a little bougie.
It's got some things that I like. Target has just more things that I like, and I'm speaking in the wrestling.
Man,
terms
dude,
have.
dude, I got into wrestling when it was like Undertaker, the whole fucking Doink the Clown.
Oh,
you know,
okay, like
because of my
golden era.
uncle. Because I was still small, but my uncle started watching wrestling, and that's what I would see. You know, like I remember the Clown. I remember, dude, Undertaker.
Jimmy
It's
Snuka
crazy
Superfly.
how long he's been doing that shit,
It's
bro.
crazy how that character survived, bro. Like, I think one of the biggest complaints that I've heard about, because I was very young when that era was
For
going
sure,
on.
yeah, me too, dude.
But talking to people, doing my research, watching it, because I like to go back and watch like old stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people complained that it was too cartoonish, and I think that's what drove people to WCW. And
Because there was at that time a little bit after it started dipping down a little bit,
like,
right?
people weren't really watching it, and I mean, this guy changed the fucking game.
Yeah. And that's
honestly.
because
Big shout out, Stone
before
Cold.
he was like this Hulk Hogan looking character, bro.
Yeah, he
Like
was-
real
he was-
flashy, flamboyant kind of guy.
He was the ringmaster or something like that.
yeah.
And then I think he had a stint in WCW where he was something else.
Dude, it's crazy how wrestlers like before they were what you know now were trying different things, you
Yeah.
know, like it's pretty crazy. And then one hits and it fucking sticks, bro.
I mean, a local
How does that happen?
character wise, again, that really depends on the promoter.
No. Like how does it happen where like
Like, he's no one at this-
a major corporation will be like, I want that guy.
It's just
Like
the character
like,
that hits,
what
bro.
is it?
It's just like
is it the build?
crowd
Is it the
reaction, bro.
character?
It has to be like crowd reaction,
to me,
right?
you know, and I book everything for Combat Colt, and to me, when I'm looking at indie wrestlers, and again, this is from an indie perspective. These guys that are barely coming up. I look at a few things because obviously, not a lot of guys are gonna put asses in seats. You know, that's the reality of indie wrestling. It's hard to have a show where you're pulling 100, 200, 300, 1,000 people. So what I'm looking for is potential. You know, characters can be changed, move sets can be changed, but does this guy really have what it takes? Like, was he properly trained? Does he train consistently, or she too? You know, because we book women now.
Yeah.
You know, do they train consistently? Are they trying to promote themselves?
They,
as a
them.
business? They them.
I'm kidding.
Well,
Fucked
no,
up.
I mean,
No,
that's
no.
something that we book too.
You're cool. Okay.
But yeah, you know, so I look at that. I look at is this person, how bad do they want it? You know, do they want to be on TV? Because if they don't want to be on TV, then I know, like, okay, it's they don't have that drive. Then what am I going to book them on my show for if they don't have that drive? They're not going to want to get better. So they're not going to make my show any better, you know?
Yeah.
So I look at things like that. I look at, of course, popularity. It's kind of hard when you're looking at stuff like social media because that's very that type of popularity is very.
It's tricky, bro.
Yeah,
because-
man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
because
things
people
out there.
can buy their
The
followers.
bots and-
you buy
Yeah.
that little blue check mark, which I think is ridiculous. Honest, like,
Yeah.
why would they offer that to the open community? Like
It's
to be a
fucking-
verified.
It's a fucking check.
It's
bro.
like you
like-
don't even have like 5,000 followers and you got a blue check mark, bro.
I've
Like,
seen that, yeah.
what are you
I'm
doing?
saying it's like fucking money for them, bro. Like,
Well, yeah, it's a business tactic, but like you look stupid when you don't even have like that status to have a blue check mark.
Like I
you know?
don't,
Like,
I don't have more than 1,000 followers. Right now I have about a little over 900. I'm not gonna buy that check mark
yeah,
because I mean, yeah,
because it makes you look
verified.
like
Same.
elite.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Same-
lame.
same here,
bro.
That's
Same
gay.
here. So you know, one day, you know, if Combat Cult does,
If
you know,
I
blow
if I
up,
if we hit 10,000 followers, I'm getting
It's
that
reasonable.
check. Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
that
that's
check mark.
reasonable.
But I mean, I don't even really care
How
about
many
the check mark,
how
honestly,
many
bro.
followers do you need before it's just given to you? Is what I want to know.
that's a question for another guy.
I don't even.
Right?
I'm barely learning. Like
I don't
Like,
even.
I
I
don't-
don't even
I don't
know
know
if
any
they
of
do
that
that
shit.
anymore, bro. I think they just
Well,
say like, if you want it here,
Just buy
it.
it.
Yeah, which
But
kinda-
I wonder what it was because
Yeah, it was a number before.
there had
for
to
sure.
have been a like a cap where like you reach it and they're like, here you go. Here's
I mean, like the
you're
monetization
verified.
stuff has numbers. Like you can't get monetized, and I think on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. We're not. We're
Yeah,
not.
you know, so-
we're not there yet.
Yeah.
almost though. We
Almost.
are. Hey, we're getting there.
We'll get there.
Big shout out to everybody. We are more than halfway there. So hey, big shout out to everyone.
Follow us like that.
But yeah, you know, so going back to like the wrestlers, like that's very tricky because if they have a lot of followers, where are they from too? You know, we're in South Texas. Not a lot of people travel here unless it's spring break. Not a lot of people are going to come to our show because they have a shit ton in San Antonio, Austin, Houston, you know, various places. But I do think forward too. I do plan to have shows outside of the Valley, and actually in the near future.
Oh yeah, bro. Big shout out.
I'm really trying to push the YouTube page because we're still experimenting with our videos, but I don't want to give like a bland ass wrestling match video where it's just like entrance, wrestling match, ending. Like nobody wants to sit down and watch that. You know, they want
Yeah, dude.
theatrics.
It's hard to get someone
Yeah.
to sit down for more than an hour to fucking watch something.
Yeah,
You know.
and I'm even trying to break them down into like individual matches, which are like anywhere between 12 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like that's still a hard thing to get people to sit down and watch. So, you know, I'm trying to grow the YouTube page. I'm trying to do some little things here and there that make it a little bit different. I always have my eye on products that are, you know, really hot. There's promotions that are popping up like Fourth Rope and Shea Wrestling that their production style is it's fucking it's crazy. Like it's cool, and not that I'm trying to like mimic it or
But you're trying to get
steal.
the best. The,
Yeah.
just like the best
But
that I can do.
Inspiration type
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Especially nowadays, bro. There's so much shit that you can do with technology and shit. It's crazy.
You know, so yeah, that's really what I'm trying to do, and little by little we're getting there. I just released the January shows episodes. We have 2 left. I'm gonna start jumping into the show that you were at pretty soon in about like 3 weeks, where we release the matches from that show.
Yeah, dude.
individually.
Yeah, I definitely saw that you guys are hitting the the
Yeah.
YouTube market and
So-
trying to do something with that.
Because to me that's really forward thinking. You know, my goal when I started Combat Cult was to create something not for me. I mean, I don't give a shit to be famous and rich. Oh, rich, yeah, but famous
Don't we all?
and
Yeah.
all that shit. Like, I'd like to be behind the scenes
For sure, bro.
type of dude, and sometimes that bites me in the ass, but it's just kind of the way I like to do things. But I wanted a platform where our wrestlers could really showcase themselves to an outside world. I'm a notorious babysitter, bro. Like I still have like 3, 4.
Hey,
I need your
It's-
number,
it's all
man.
good,
I
bro.
need your number, man.
So yeah, I'm really trying to make something for these wrestlers down here, and whoever we book, right, to elevate themselves to somewhere like AEW or TNA or WWE even. You know, we have at this point I think like 2 people who are from the Valley, 3 if you count. Well, no, we have a couple people in the Valley in WWE.
Logan Paul's from the Valley, bro.
Yeah, he's from Las Milpas or Donna.
Nah, it's fire,
something.
bro. There's the last wrestling event I saw was
Ours?
no the WWE. What was their last one that they did?
Like the paper?
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that one had Roxanne Perez, who she was known as Roxy down here when
Yeah.
she was wrestling.
Yeah, that is
for
true.
like the Laredo circuit, and she'd come over here. You know, she's, I mean, not from the Valley per se, but she's, I guess, like adopted. as a
They say
step
Laredo
cousin.
is 956, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't accept it.
Dill,
I don't think anybody in the Valley accepts Laredo
No, they have the same
as
zip
part of the
code.
Valley, bro.
they have the same zip code, but they ain't got the same G code. You know?
Hey, I like that. Hell
Nah, I'm
yeah,
just
that's
playing. I
fire.
love
They
you
really
boys.
don't, man. Just pesos. Nah, I'm kidding.
I love you, boys. I love you, Laredo boys.
Laredo's fire.
But yeah, you know, we have her. We have Raquel Rodriguez. She's on Raw. You know, she's from La Feria. You know, but we don't. Other than that, we don't have a ton of people from the Valley who are really, really getting those opportunities, and that's something I want to change. I want people to want to wrestle in the Valley, and I want people to get out of the Valley also, like Valley
Yeah,
folks.
for sure.
So, and I kind of think we're hitting that stride. I have
That's
a lot,
cool,
I have
bro.
a ton
That's
of
awesome.
people from, you know, the San Antonio, Houston, Austin, Dallas, even other states. People who have been on TV. I think I've accomplished that part of people wanting to come over and wrestle for us. Now it's just getting.
You have a good presentation, bro.
Thank you.
You have a good show.
I like the logo, dude.
Thank you.
The
Shout
belt
out-
looks crazy.
Shout out to Rob Avila, my boy.
Hey,
since
big shout
fucking Freshman year, 8th grade, something like that. I don't know what the fuck, but he's been my boy forever. He's he man, he's been through a shit ton of things with me, and you know, he's living in Ohio now, but he does all my art. He made my shirts. You know, we shoot the shit. I got him back into wrestling because for a long time he didn't really watch it.
I think a lot of people, right?
yeah.
A lot of people kind of got out of wrestling, or like people that I know, dude.
It got
for sure.
goofy. It got goofy.
Honestly, I did. I'm one of those guys. Like, ask me, do I watch wrestling or did I watch the Netflix and all? No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I enjoy more coming to local shows than trying to catch it on TV. Like, straight up. Like,
Both have their strong
I
points.
dropped out of fucking like that kind of wrestling, like TV wrestling, like years ago, bro. Like, I
wasn't there.
I think I was still.
I
in
wasn't
school.
there for the John Cena era, bro.
I think,
No,
and
I
think that's what
wasn't.
turned a lot of people
Before that, that's when I kind of like dipped out. I started playing music. I
Yeah.
got way into music. I started playing shows with my band.
Yeah.
I started fucking drinking. I started smoking weed. I started all that shit. But before that, right before John Cena, like I was like right when Cena was coming up, like whatever. Like I kind of like
Just tuned out.
I started partying. But honestly, I started partying. Met this motherfucker. No, but
You were still into wrestling in those days?
before. Yeah, fuck. I'm telling you, bro. Like it was like when did Cena come in the scene?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's been a while, right?
Six, maybe
It was a
six.
while, but
No, I had got out of wrestling.
yeah.
By the
dude.
time I got into high school, I think, dude. Because
Yeah.
by that time,
after the Raw
like,
era,
I was into
What's
like
the Raw, but
playing music, getting
after
fucked up.
Attitude.
the Attitude Era.
Oh, okay, okay,
my
yeah.
bad. After the Attitude
Attitude.
Era, that when that kind of like already started like
Yeah.
going out.
Mine was like after Raw, bro. Like Monday Night Raw, like those nights, like that's what I remember. I don't
Yeah.
remember Attitude.
I remember Thursday night.
Well, Attitude is
SmackDown,
just
all
like-
that shit.
Yeah.
the time
those
frame.
nights, yeah.
the Attitude Era is just like a time frame of like the wrestling, like an era. Like
Yeah.
So who was hot in those days?
Stone Cold, bro. Stone
Stone
Cold, The
Cold,
Rock, everyone that I fucking like, bro.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys, the fucking
Like
that's like from 90.
Al Snow, all them dudes.
yeah.
That's like 96,
Yeah.
97
Al
to like
Snow.
2000 something.
Yeah.
Head,
Okay, so then I
Goldust,
I
fucking-
fuck with all that
Yeah.
era. The earlier era, I was too small. I didn't have anyone in my family close to me that
Yeah.
watched it.
Scotty Too Hottie, bro.
Hey.
Nah, like I learned about those dudes
Road
later.
Dogg, Jesse
Yeah.
James, bro.
Well, I know Road Dogg. Come on, man.
Remember that thing he would do? I loved all that shit, bro. That
I
shit
mean,
was awesome.
I kept tabs with the Ruthless Aggression. That was like my middle school era. I watched that one a little bit more, but little towards the end of that era, I kind of like not tuned out, but I would just keep tabs. Didn't really watch too much. I'd watch here and there.
Like you were still into it, but
Yeah.
like, you would just maybe not watch it all the time.
Yeah,
But,
and mostly because my brother. Because at that time my brother was young, and he would watch it and keep up with it more than I did. But I would kind of like I knew what was going on. And then, you know, the Cena blows up, and we start hitting that era where people just didn't really watch. Like it just. Again, like I said, it got really goofy.
yeah, dude, it definitely slowed down.
What really made me stop watching consistently was Cena versus The Rock. That made me watch consistently. When I saw The Rock was back, I was just like, okay, well, let me see what's going on. And
The fucking Rock, bro. He always comes back, right? Motherfucker, bro.
can't leave.
I don't like The Rock, dude. I really don't, dude.
Not
Right now,
even,
you're not
not
supposed
even
to.
in the Attitude Era?
I mean,
Come on, bro.
that's when he was like the hot. Like I liked what was going
Man, I
on with The
fucking
Rock.
love The Rock, bro. I love
But
his
I was-
cockiness. All
I
that
was
shit, bro.
Team Stone Cold. I didn't like the
I mean-
cockiness.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck The
I liked it
Rock.
all, bro. Honestly,
I was like,
I liked it
every
all,
time
bro.
they were both on stage, I'm like, whoop his ass, Stone Cold.
Like when they would go
Anybody.
against each other, I didn't know who to choose, bro, because I liked them both. I'm like,
easy, hands down,
like-
Stone.
That era
but
was
sometimes The
fucking
Rock
crazy.
was fire, bro. Yeah, it was.
It was crazy because there was just so many people that you could lean on. Like if The Rock or Stone Cold wasn't on the show, you still had Triple H or The Undertaker.
Yeah,
or Kane.
dude, for sure.
If they weren't on, you know, you still had, you know,
Fucking
Kurt
Mick
Angle,
Foley,
and Mick
you still had
Foley.
fucking
You know, it was just a crazy era. And right now's era,
some of the most craziest matches happened in the Attitude Era, bro.
ECW, bro. Have you looked into ECW?
Ooh,
Like
I've seen ECW before,
Yeah.
bro.
I didn't
That
really watch
shit
it.
was hardcore, bro.
I didn't watch it back in the day because we didn't get it down here.
They were doing way crazier things
Yeah.
than the WWE he was doing at that time, bro.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what changed the game. I mean, Stone Cold made it popular, but wrestling wise, like the actual wrestling of it, that's what changed the game. ECW was just, it wasn't seen very often. It was just nuts.
The
People
first
ate
time I saw it, I remember I was like, "What the?" I was like, "This is kind of like backyard wrestling, like, but
That's what I
televised,
wanted
bro.
to ask you: is did you ever, and how do you feel about backyard wrestling?
It has its place, I think, if you do it
It's
properly.
pretty fucking nuts, bro.
It's
So some people do it too
extreme.
Yeah,
crazy.
I've seen
some
some.
people do it way too crazy, bro.
I've seen-
I
videos.
dig it though.
I mean,
Like
I don't
it's,
know.
it's
Like us as guys, we're like, yeah, fuck yeah. But then me inside, I'm like, I don't know, bro. That's too much. Like,
Yeah, like, dude.
hey, it's voluntary, dog.
well, I
Yeah.
know, yeah,
Well, it's all
they're
voluntary.
doing it, but it's like, I don't know, like it's so crazy that it makes me kind of like
Self-sabotage,
not
like,
want to watch it. You know, like
101.
I don't know.
It's like, would you go and do a firefighter's job without having their training? Like,
Yep.
You're a crazy motherfucker.
Then you were the
You
guy
belong-
watching that shit.
You belong in the backyard wrestling.
I'm in bum fights, dog. I was one of the bums.
That
I dressed
fucking
up as
era,
a
bro.
bum just to get in a
Just to
fight,
fight.
dog.
Well, hey.
Fuck yeah, I do that
So
every
you dress
fucking.
regular?
But it's like,
Hey,
it's,
fuck you, dog.
But like, do you think the average person can do a firefighter's job? No. Like,
No,
Yes.
no, bro. Hell
Have
no.
you seen some of the firefighters nowadays and cops? They're fat as fuck. Anybody can do their job.
They're still very hard jobs to do.
Yeah, they
you
are.
know, you have to have a certain
Yeah, I
type
know.
of.
Shout out to our first responders, whatever the fuck.
Or like, would you go to war? Like, would you go to fucking Afghanistan and
Hell no.
like
man.
it's
Fuck
not,
yeah.
not that I want to compare what wrestlers do to like armed forces, but
no, but yeah, you're comparing like the skill,
Yeah,
of, you know,
like-
of the thing. Yeah.
so backyard wrestling, like it. I mean, yeah, it looks fucking cool, like some of the stuff they do, but it's also very dangerous, and it's.
fuck yeah.
I
bro.
also think, and this isn't just in backyard, but I think this is also like in indie wrestling right now. There's a lot of people who play wrestler, and it really kind of diminishes what everybody else does. You know, I won't say names, I won't say promotions, I won't even say locations, but there's a lot of people who pretend, and there's promoters who give people who pretend opportunities. And, you know, I see it on YouTube and stuff like that. And it's just like, damn, dude, like you're really hindering. Because it's already hard to do as it is. You know, I talk to a bunch of people. You know, when I talk to people here in the Valley specifically, and, you know, I tell them, you know, we do pro wrestling. And they're, you know, one of the first things they say is, oh, the fake stuff. Well, you know, I always have a rebuttal for that one.
For sure, bro.
But, you know,
firsthand, bro, not gonna lie, I've taken a wrestling class, bro. I don't know if you've seen that video that I sent
you showed it to me.
bro.
It's rough, dude.
That shit was crazy.
It's rough
dude.
on the body, dude, and not a lot of people are cut out to it.
That shit, it was cool to do, but so fucking tiring, bro.
Yeah.
So like, you get hurt, bro.
Yeah.
I was fucking sore as fuck the next day, bro. My neck, I was like, what the fuck,
Bro, so like for people, like I've always wondered, like especially coming to like local events, like I know what's possible in like the wrestling game because like, you know, famous wrestlers have passed, bro, like Owen Hart, like, you know, doing like just like an entrance, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, there's been
like,
some crazy things.
There's been some crazy shit that's happened, but like as far as you know, you don't have to name the company or the person, but locally in a local event, what's like the most hurt somebody's got, bro? Like where it's serious.
I can't think of anything right off the bat. I mean, I like a certain wrestler, and again, just for for purposes, a certain wrestler did break their hand inside of my ring. It wasn't technically my show, but it was my ring, and they broke some of their fingers on their hand on that, and I felt like super guilty for it, even though like it wasn't my deal. Like it wasn't something that I put together, and you know, was I involved? Yeah, I was there, but it wasn't my show. I didn't book anybody for that. I didn't agree on how all of that went either, but another story for another day. But you know, a certain wrestler has broken their hand there. You know, arms have been broken. But yeah, no, like as far as I've seen locally, I don't know if anybody's like been seriously injured.
I mean,
broken legs and broken arms. It happens.
You practice so that doesn't happen, but I mean,
it can still happen.
Of course, things happen, bro. Like you know, like one fucking 3 inches of movement somewhere else, like
hey, 3 inches is a lot.
Hey, 3 inches is fucking so much, bro.
It's a lot, I promise. Ask a girl to cut 3 inches off her hair. It's a lot.
But like at the show that you guys went to, Kike tried to do this like springboard on the rope.
Okay.
And because of the way the ring is there at the location, it's got like a very, very small slope. And just because of that, like he couldn't get that one as high as he would have liked to. Like he measured it, of course, because he does it here. He does it.
He's fire, bro.
Yeah, Kike's good, man.
He's fucking dope. I actually hit him up. I think he might be on the pod soon. And shit.
Oh yeah, I'll look out for that,
bro.
Man. He's great.
That guy, his wrestling and the way he carries himself in the wrestling world is fucking awesome, bro.
He's got a lot of potential.
He's a superstar.
He's doing great things
he's
already,
really, yeah.
He's doing
his
cool
whole when he comes out, dude. That song, the fucking saying the roses, saying hi to all the girls, and bro, fucking awesome,
it's
bro.
Great,
fucking
I'd
awesome.
fuck him.
I don't know if you're gonna want to come on the podcast for that, but
Hey,
if you are,
I want you to come on the podcast.
Dude,
I'm gonna make you come.
you're gonna scare him away.
On the podcast.
he's gonna be like, what the?
Hey, come on, man. It's 2025. Don't be homophobic. Come on.
You're
man.
right. You're right.
Yeah, that is true, bro.
Be progressive.
If you don't come on, then that's
Then that makes you gay. Man. That makes you gay.
You're a homophobe.
If you don't come on, you're gay.
No.
Now you have to come on.
But yeah, no, Kika's got something great, and I'm excited to see where he goes. You know, he's had a lot of opportunities. He's made the best of them, and I have full confidence that he's gonna.
Yeah,
he's
dude,
gonna
for
do something
sure.
good.
He has a good thing going,
You know.
for sure, bro.
But yeah, and there's so many people down here in the valley that have that that potential. They have that character. They have that charisma. They can wrestle. Somebody who's really taking me by surprise, and I already knew he was good, but Mooncat, man.
Oh yeah.
Mooncat, he cut that.
That
promo.
guy's crazy, bro.
He cut that promo at the show, you know, the March show, and I was just like, where the fuck has this been this whole time? Like, I've heard him cut good promos, but this was just like, damn, bro. Like,
he's fucking
okay.
He's gonna come on and start doing this shit.
So,
He's fire, bro. He's cool, man.
Because I mean, the match he had in January, man, and you can catch it on our YouTube page right now with Demo Diamond. Man, that match, it was like the fucking third day of January, and I already think that was like match of the year. Like it was good, and unfortunately he came up short, but he looked really good in that match, and then he followed it up with that banger with tagging with Danny. You know, we had Danny come out and surprise everybody, and he tagged, you know, the Moon Daddies tagged against the Kamikaze Clique.
Dude, we were here podcasting when he jumped off the tree, bro.
Dude, that was fucking nuts.
That
too.
was badass.
bro. Yeah.
We were like, we were like podcasting while that's going on. We're like, what? He's climbing the tree and then he fucking just jumps off the tree. We're like, what the?
Dude,
we're like, like mind blown, bro.
Mooncat is about it, man. He's about it.
That's crazy. That's awesome, dude.
When our first show, our first year, we had a show and we did a gender reveal match for Pete.
Oh, okay. I
I
think I remember seeing something about that.
We did the gender reveal match, and I had told him beforehand, like, hey, this is going to be a quote-unquote unsanctioned match, because I didn't want it to be, like, storyline related, but I also, like, I wanted it to be at our show. And so I said, like, hey, this is going to be an unsanctioned match.
So that means, like, it doesn't go on his record or anything?
Yeah,
or
basically. Yeah, like, it's just a match for fun.
Okay.
And maybe I should have worded it different. I should maybe said, like, exhibition or something. But I had said unsanctioned match. So the day of the show comes, and he comes up to me, and we were going over the match, you know, like what he really wanted to do, and he's like, you know, so I thought about doing this spot where I break some records, I put them in a burlap sack, and I do it like Foley, and I just put the records, like the shards of the records, on the mat, and then I get slammed in them or whatever. And I was like, yo, you know that's not that kind of match, right? It's not like a hardcore match. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like it's not, like, we're not going to use weapons, we're not going to use like blood or anything like when you're not going to get cut or nothing. Like I don't want that to happen. I just want this to be like a regular match. He's like, well, damn, dude, like I heard you say unsanctioned, and I went and did like research on unsanctioned matches, and I watched Sean's unsanctioned match, and I was just like, fuck, dude, like, I mean, it would have been cool, it would have been great to see, but
you can tell he's about it, bro.
Yeah, he's about it. Yeah. Just at the time, you know, we were at Suerte Bar and Grill in Westaco, and it was a very tight space, and I didn't want anybody to get like shards in their eye or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, like, dude, we can't do that. But I appreciate the effort,
right?
And you know, we'll keep that in mind later down the road. But yeah, Mooncat's about it, man. He's another cat, no pun intended, that I think is gonna do some cool stuff. You know, it's just
he seems to be like a crowd favorite a little bit, right?
Yeah, everybody loves him. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
And you know, he's it's special, man. Like the evolution of his character too, because he didn't debut like that. Like if you go back and you watch Wrestling Revolution where he debuted, he had like a totally different look.
I definitely have to go back, dude, because I'm not gonna lie, like I got into the local scene late, bro. Like, you know, like late, there was already all these things going on and stuff.
Yeah.
And then finally I started, you know, I went to a show, you know, so I was like, and so, but it's made me realize, dude, that fucking local wrestling is fucking dope as shit, bro.
Excuse me.
It's really, it's really, really cool, bro.
They're really giving it their all, bro. And that's like admirable, bro. Because it's scary to do that kind of shit. Like what Mooncat did off a tree, like,
that's fucking nuts.
how old is that guy? Like, whatever age
Early
he is,
20s, probably.
I wouldn't have done that in my early 20s. I don't think I would have. I think I'd know better with, especially my big ass, bro. I fucking break something, dude.
It's hard. I think if
What kind of pizza?
Oh,
You like pineapple?
I actually can't eat pizza right now because my heartburn will fucking go off.
Okay. You have olives or no? Olives, pineapple, honey,
Damn.
pepperoni.
Honey, olives, pepperoni, and
Yeah, for sure.
Pineapple.
That's fire. Hey, do we have michelada? Mm-hmm. Bust it out.
ooh.
Hey, real quick, we're gonna give a big shout out to Desmadrito Micheladas. Come to the Landmark on Tower. You'll find this little bad boy, and go ahead and get it. And it's super cool flavors, and yeah, they're killing it in the michelada right now. Come on, man, get the thing. You probably don't want any of this
Yeah,
either.
I don't have my mic.
Heartburn will kill me right now.
Dude,
bro.
heartburn's a motherfucker, bro.
really is, dude.
I'm glad I don't have it at the moment, but I've had it a bit crazy before, bro.
Bitch.
Oh my god, dude. But okay, let's wrestling to the side a bit, whatever the fuck. But what else do you like to do, like on your free time and shit, bro?
So, excuse me. I'm actually a student right now at UTRGV, so a lot of my time actually,
No shit,
yeah,
bro.
it's spent on that. And
Are you like studying something specific or
accounting,
Okay.
and
Is that to help with your business?
not necessarily, but it does. It
Okay,
does tremendously.
For sure.
I want to say the last 2 years, because of the stuff I've learned, I've kept everything in order. Tax returns have been pretty good. Again,
Fuck yeah,
I don't
dude.
know a lot, but I keep everything in order enough for people who know what they're doing to do the taxes to get us a pretty good, tax return. And,
Yeah, man.
but but like it does help a lot because and I approach this business from a very different standpoint. I think a lot of people who are promoters take it from the standpoint of a wrestler because most of them have been wrestlers, or they've grown up in the game. I didn't, and I admit that it's kind of a hard thing to overcome. But I take it from a business standpoint, and if this business isn't sufficient, then other than being passionate about it, there's no other reason to do it. And again, I'm very passionate about it, so. Sometimes I do take some L's, but for the most part, we've been pretty good. And taking it from that business perspective, I think it's propelled us to where we're at today. I think if I would have been a wrestler, I don't think we would have been very successful. Because
That would have been crazy, right, dude? If you,
Yeah.
you as a wrestler.
I think there are some people, and I'm not going to say names or
Yeah, dude, for sure.
promotions, and I don't think it happens here, but there are some people that I've heard of who have been wrestlers and they book themselves to be like a champion, and it's just like, why, bro? Like you couldn't earn it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, it's just that doesn't make sense to me. I think to be successful as a wrestler, you have to have a certain characteristic. And one of those characteristics isn't being selfless. Like, if you're a wrestler, you have to be selfish to be successful. If you're not selfish, nobody's gonna give a fuck about you.
Yeah, dude.
So, and you really have to go out there and get it. And that's something I think is good. But from a business standpoint, yeah, you have to be selfish, but you also have to think about if you want to run a successful business again, you really have to think about a bunch of different things. And one is like, are the wrestlers happy? Are they gonna perform at their best abilities because they want to for you? I've had so many different types of jobs, and I've had different type of managements, and let me say they fucking suck.
Oh yeah.
A lot of managers fucking suck.
A lot of them are out
because
there.
they're not leaders. They're not leaders, and I think in this business a lot of what's missing is leadership. Are you holding people accountable, or are you holding yourself accountable? And again, sometimes you slip up, sometimes you do something that you regret, but it's learning from those experiences. So yeah, you got to hold yourself accountable. You got to think about the bigger picture. You got to think about the people. You got to think about the fans. So coming as a current student, I'm constantly learning and applying things to the business that I have right now. And I've done other side stuff, like I was part of leadership in Valley in the Wesco Chamber of Commerce, and that taught me a lot. Yeah, that taught me a lot about the Valley, about what we have, and it taught me a lot about leadership. And with all these things, I think I've really been able to be that type of, I guess you can say, I don't want to say a boss because I think that's like a negative connotation, but I think I've been able to be that type of that leader who can maybe inspire guys to do a little bit better than they would have had it been for somebody else. So yeah, so being in school, I've learned a lot. Continuing to learn. I'm not that far from graduation. And it's crazy because when I went to school for accounting, I totally switched my majors. When I was 18, barely at UTR or UTPA at the time.
Yeah.
I was going for pre-law, and my major was philosophy.
Oh shit.
So I can get very philosophical too, but I didn't really see myself doing law. So
Yeah, dude, it's crazy because I mean you're so young too, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to pick some like me, dude. I went for a pharmacy tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I graduated at pharmacy tech, bro, I never even had a
Utilized it.
thought of being a pharmacy tech, but it was just like, oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you
Yeah.
gonna study? What are you gonna? So I picked something, and bro, I couldn't even last a couple months, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I don't know any of this. I don't know. I'm not interested in any of this.
How'd you pass, dog? You're
I
probably
didn't
all
pass,
fucked
bro.
up all the time.
I
man.
didn't pass. You see me as a pharmacy tech? No, bro. I didn't fucking pass.
I can
bro.
see you at
I stopped
Walgreens
taking
right
those-
now. Be
Can
like,
you
hey,
imagine this
Andy,
guy just-
Andy, give me some lean, dude.
right, he labels it as freaking Tylenol.
No, bro, but it's just it's crazy to like back in the day. It was like it felt kind of forced, like bro, like you gotta
go to college,
You gotta go and you pick something because it's coming up. The semester's coming up, and you gotta. It's like, bro, I fucking like to skateboard, bro. I don't know what the fuck you
Yeah.
know, like
I just skate, eat pizza, and smoke weed. What are you talking about?
Like
pretty
a Ninja
much, bro.
Turtle.
On my high school right there, bro. So I'm like, bro, but it's something for me, at least. It came later in life when I started realizing things more. When I grew up more, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like
I think there's a certain
I
age-
have the thing to be like, I could have done things differently
yeah.
back in the day. You know?
I think there's an age we hit where we're just more mature than we were back then, and it's like, damn, had I done this when I was younger, I'd be so much more far ahead
Yeah,
than where I am
dude.
now. But I mean, you can't look back for too long. You got to move on, right? So, when I decided to go back to school, I was just like, yeah, like I don't think I want to do this. What can I do? And at the time, I was selling some life insurance, and that really got that piqued my interest. I'm not a very good salesman, I'll admit that. I think it's just an excuse. I think anybody can be a great salesman if they really want to. But
It's hard though.
It's hard, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But-
I was a great salesman. What are you talking about?
Ah, you probably,
I,
bro.
I just
Like,
can't, man.
I-
To me,
yeah,
it's like
same,
you
same,
either
same.
want it or you fucking don't waste my time.
It's like, bro, what is it? You want?
I don't want to waste your time. Don't waste my
I don't
time.
be here talking about all
Yeah,
this shit
exactly.
all day, bro. You know.
You have money
You
or
want it
not?
Exactly.
You have money?
See,
You're just
Oh, no.
window shopping. All right. I'll talk to you later then.
So yeah,
Come back next
I fucking
week.
hate window shopping too. Like my wife will want to be like, let's go to the mall, let's go to Target.
I like to window shop.
I hate it, bro. If I'm not gonna
it's
pop
setting
tags,
goals, man. It's setting goals.
I know what I want. I don't gotta go look around for it.
I need to look around. What if there's something new? And I'm like, oh, I didn't see that.
No, I mean,
I should have got that.
to each their own. But I fucking hate it, bro. Because I immediately know what I want.
Let's go shopping, bro. Let me
Let's
show
go.
you how to shop.
Let's go do a shopping
Let's
segment.
go
bro.
shopping
Let's
with
have
me.
one of those like montages where like some girly music's playing.
And we're like, hey,
We'll play "I'm Just a Girl" by No Doubt,
There
and
you
let's
go,
go
yeah.
shopping, my guy.
we do the
We'll go to
Zoolander.
Target.
The Zoolander. We
And
pick
then
up
we'll
each
hit
other.
up Walmart.
We pick up each other in a Jeep like Zoolander.
Just fucking-
Oh, get like some little matchas? Is that what they're drinking?
Oh, you know,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
What that shit is?
Target has a Starbucks. We can always get some Starbucks.
Hey.
Just go to the Target and Starbucks at the same time.
I'm waiting for
dude.
Target to open up the bar, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna open some Target stores are gonna have
The mall
bars
has
now.
a bar, bro. That's fire.
Is it really?
Have you gone to the mall lately?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I haven't been to the mall in like 5 years, bro. Honestly, I'm
You're
not even
gonna-
lying, bro.
You're gonna get lost, dude.
I'm not even
You're
lying,
gonna get
bro.
It's
fucking.
I'm not
lost.
even lying. It's
Let me
been
take
like
you to the
5
mall. Nah, let's go to the mall,
Let's go
bro.
right now.
Let me take you shopping, bro. Nah.
I'm down, bro.
Bro,
I mean, I
it-
just
it-
But you
haven't-
buy
I
your
just
own
haven't
shit,
gone,
man.
bro. I haven't gone, bro.
it's crazy, bro. Like the mall has changed so much since we were younger. Like it's
It is wild.
fucking crazy.
Man, that's
Fucking
crazy.
wild. Don't take your fucking kids, dude.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, I want to do the jumping thing.
I wanna go to the
Oh, I
Lego
want to
store."
ride the train. Oh, just even besides the stores, there's
There's a lot
shit.
of crazy shit there.
They got motherfucking jungle gym parks for them to play
Yeah.
in.
They got parks over there where like the
Indoor
GameStop is,
indoor parks, dude.
or by the food court too.
Over there, like going towards like JCPenney. There's a new one there. I
haven't gone,
haven't
bro.
even
I
tried that one.
honestly
There's a
haven't gone.
goddamn arcade in there, dude.
Damn.
Yard House is there. They got goddamn
I know
restaurants
Yard
and all that
House for sure.
bullshit. Crazy. The mall is wild. Let's go to the mall, dude.
Shout out to the mall.
Let's go to the
Podcast
mall.
from the mall.
And
Let's do a
like make some
podcast at the
content.
mall.
at
Wrestling in the mall.
Oh,
Let's just go.
dude, that would be fire, bro.
They've been doing concerts because I took Emma to take pictures with the goddamn Easter rabbit, and there was like a company there, like searching for stars type shit. But there were a bunch of black people, and they were like performing like dope though, like like singing like hey type shit, like R&B,
singing.
like R&B, like hip hop, like pop star type shit. It was cool, man. Like Emma wanted to watch it, so we were there. Like, hey, what's up? Like, watching it.
That's crazy, bro.
But the
I haven't been
mall,
there in a
the
while.
mall is crazy. You need to go. We need to go.
Yeah,
Let's go
it's
right
nuts.
now.
It's fucking nuts.
They're still open. I don't even have a watch on.
I think they close at 7 or 8.
No, the mall closes at 9.
Does it?
9? I think so. We can still make it.
Let's go. Take the table. Grab that tight back.
Let's go. No, but a wrestling match at the mall would be crazy.
I mean, I think it would be cool.
What?
If WCW could do it, why can't we?
Why
They
the
do that?
fuck not?
Yeah. They
shit.
did it. They're like in the very early days, they did it.
If both Thugs and Harmony can sing in the mall, then so can we. Nah, that wasn't both Thugs, dog. I'm playing, dog.
What the fuck?
It's because they said they
Bone
were
Thugs,
they
all
were
right.
black. I said they were black.
Shout out to Bone Thugs, though.
Hell yeah, babe.
Shout out to black people.
Hey, I heard the Bone Thugs is back. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they released some.
I saw a video where they're all in the studio together, bro. I
Yeah,
was like, man,
they're dropping new shit, dude.
That's crazy.
It's fire. My mom saw Bone Thugs, dude. I haven't even seen
Dude,
Bone
your mom's
Thugs.
a G,
My mom's
bro.
cooler than me. She has more tattoos than me.
His mom's a G, bro. Tupac fan, fucking all this shit. Like,
She's seen Snoop. She's seen goddamn Bone. She's seen Ice Cube. Like,
Jesus.
I think she saw Cypress Hill too.
Bro, is she
I
like
might-
a
I saw
crip or
Cypress
something?
Hill.
Like,
My mom is ex-cartel. Nah. Nah.
ex cartel. I don't think it could be a cartel, bro.
If she dresses like it, but no. That's not what she does.
Stupid, bro.
My mom's dress is fire, dude.
Dude, your mom,
really does.
your mom's fire, bro, for sure.
She's cool.
Big shout out to your mom.
She's all right.
Big shout out to your mom, bro.
Big shout out to my mom. She's all right.
Yeah, big shout out to all the
I'm
moms
just kidding,
too.
Mom. I love you.
Dude, one of your favorite wrestling matches ever in WWE, what is that?
ooh, fuck. Damn.
That's a good question.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
I got a boner.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like feel pressure, like, oh, which is my favorite one, but one that you
That sticks
fucking
out.
like, yeah, that sticks out that you like a lot. Mine has always been the Milk, Stone Cold, all that shit, bro. That shit was fire.
Oh, like the segments and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool.
He needs some milk.
As far as like a match, look, I'm not a big fan, like the hugest fan of like current. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of current wrestlers, but of course, I'm always partial to old wrestling.
Yeah.
But I think because of the story it told, and I mean, I guess the result is the match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
Okay,
last
fire.
year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
It was just a fucking crazy story. I remember
It
watching.
was a lot of like,
Yeah.
like build up and shit.
It was
to that.
really like the hero overcoming shit and living the boyhood dream. I think everybody kind of wanted him to win the prior year at WrestleMania 40 or whatever it was, or 39. And when I saw that he lost, I'm like damn, like that kind of sucks. But I think if he continues that story, which he ended up doing, right, and that was like the whole narrative, like I gotta finish the story.
Yeah.
I think that made the win that much more special, and it was just it was a great story that he told, or that they told. Another one, and it's a recent one too, was the Daniel Bryan story at WrestleMania 30. He had to wrestle Triple H in the beginning of WrestleMania to qualify to be in the world title match at the end. And again, that was just another great story that they told. And I'm very big about stories. I've always had like a creative mind. I've always wanted to write stories, books, or whatever. I mean, I find myself doing this now.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
but stories are big to me. But like favorite match. and it's crazy because there's not a ton of story going on in it, but it's TLC 2 between the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian. Like that was
fire.
just fucking nuts.
That was crazy. That was super nuts, bro.
It was just nuts. And
I fucking love the Dudley boys, bro.
Yeah,
they were fire, bro.
yeah, they're great, dude. And they had, I mean,
I haven't seen that yet.
you haven't.
You know Dudley boys.
You gotta go back and watch it, bro.
You don't know Dudley boys, bro.
I just know.
table.
I just know they're like they could come again.
No,
That's not them.
That's not them. No.
No,
Different boys.
The Dudley boys, bro.
Bubba Ray.
This
Devon
guy.
Dudley? No.
Bubba Ray Dudley. Devon, right?
Damn.
Devon.
Yeah, Devon Dudley.
No. I guess you already had zoned
Yeah, I
out
guess
of
you
that.
tuned out
time,
right by then.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
they were.
Go back and watch it, man.
Fucking dude, super fire guys, bro.
Go back and watch it. It's just fucking nuts. Some
What
of the,
year was that?
It was
2000, 2000.
Yeah,
maybe.
bro. Yeah, you were already getting high.
I'm
and
bad.
shit, bro.
I'm bad with the years.
Hey, I didn't start smoking weed until I was fucking like 19, allegedly.
I guess that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's true. That's before that.
That's what they said. I was like, if you say so.
Nah, Dudley boys fire.
I've never done it.
Hardy boys fire.
Edge and
bro.
Christian, man. It was just a fucking car crash. It was everything you like. A question that people ask is like, if you were to introduce somebody who doesn't watch wrestling to wrestling, what match would you show them?
That is true.
I think that's one that I'd
That's
show
one
people
of that's.
because it's just like you might not be into stories, you might just be into action, and that's the perfect action.
You see that fucking match? That shit
Yeah.
was crazy. I remember that match
It
for
was
sure.
nuts.
One of
So-
my favorites, of course, classic
I already know. I
Mick
already
Foley,
know. Yep.
Undertaker.
I already
in the
know.
South.
Yep.
That's one that that's imprinted in my brain,
For real,
bro.
dude.
Like
For
that shit is imprinted. That shit is imprinted in my brain, bro. Like I remember seeing that, and I was like,
Is it
"What
imprinted
the
in your
fuck
pussy?
is going on?" Yeah, dude, all that shit. Like, I was like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?" Like this
Yeah.
is it. It was too mind blowing for me at the time, bro. I was like,
It was crazy. I remember watching it, and it was just like,
dude,
this
so
motherfucker
glued
is
into the like
dead.
TV. Like, what the fuck?
this dude
bro?
is fucking dead. Like,
Ain't
there's
no way that just happened.
And then he
bro.
comes back, and he does some crazy shit. And then he gets up and does some more crazy shit. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, that's crazy. It was just a
Oh,
crazy.
that was super crazy, man. But yeah, dude, that attitude was crazy. All these shows now trying to be like, hey, what was going on behind the scenes back then? You know, like
Yeah.
like all that shit. Like there was some pretty crazy stuff going on, right? Of course, but I don't
Like
know.
the Dark Side of the Ring stuff.
It's
or
like
the A&E.
they got way too much into entertainment, bro.
Yeah.
And that's
It
like
got goofy, dog.
yeah,
it
bro.
did.
That,
It really
that was
did. It
crazy.
got,
did get goofy.
it got fucking goofy.
shit.
But it's dope, man. I
is.
dude, I love wrestling. I love local wrestling, man.
It's weird though because I appreciate it more now than I did then. I think back then I was like too cool already. You know what I'm saying? Like we all hit that. Well, some of us.
Some of us.
hit
Trying
that,
to be like, oh, I'm too cool for that. You know, like
There are the
For sure.
closet wrestling
I'm a
fans too.
big ass kid. I don't like that shit.
yeah, dude. I mean, that happened
I
for
like
a while
pussy.
to me. Like for real.
And puppies act.
What was some of your favorite like wrestlers that you liked, bro?
Of course, Austin Guerrero. He who shall not be named. Chris Benoit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he was a fucking crazy wrestler, bro. He was
He was
awesome.
fucking great, dude.
Super-
And it's a shame what happened, but
It's crazy, bro. I
Fuck.
mean, shit, that's crazy.
That
story,
is
bro.
crazy.
yeah.
yeah, bro.
Are you aware of what he did?
Killed himself, dog.
Oh, well, he did more than just kill.
Yeah.
Well, he killed his whole family.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're aware. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
just
pretty
fucking
wild.
nuts, man. I mean, it's crazy how they have to erase that history, but it is what it is, man. I mean, the guy did what he did. Of course, there was some circumstances around it, but hey, it happened, and you can't take that away. And fortunately, that's a part of history that we'll never really. I mean, you can go back, I think, to WWE and watch it, but they do as much as they can to like scrub the name and likeliness and whatever. But yeah, man. I mean, I was just such a fan of wrestling. I think if I had to pick one, I mean, Stone Cold was probably my favorite. Guerrero was probably a very close second.
I remember the whole.
Are we doing like what top three?
No, we're
Let's do
favorite.
top three. Let's do top three.
we're just talking, bro. I mean,
But let's do top three.
Oh, okay.
Each of us do top
Another
three.
hard one is Rushmore, like your Mount Rushmore of wrestling. That's a hard one too.
That is a pretty hard one, but some of my favorite wrestlers, Stone Cold, Jeff Hardy.
Everybody loves
I gotta put Goldust up there, man, just because he was a pretty crazy guy, but he did a lot of crazy shit. He I don't know, man. For some reason, that's why I want to be in for Halloween, bro. I don't know. It's just a crazy thing.
You look like Goldust.
He's still kicking, man. He's still doing it.
I know your favorite wrestler, Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
Goddamn right.
I came again.
Hello, ladies.
Dude, that guy was took it
player
to a-
as
that took it
fuck,
to
dude.
a whole
I had
different
no
level, bro.
fucking business watching that guy.
Being young, like, what
How
the fuck is he doing?
the-
Like, what-
He showed me how to talk to girls, dude.
dude, that's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
He showed
That's
me.
crazy
He
to
showed me
take
how to talk
advice
to
from me.
girls.
From Val Venus. Jesus Christ.
That he did that.
Nah, but
For me, it was definitely Stone Cold, number one, and then in no other order, X-Pac,
Wow, that's a bold
and
one.
X-Pac.
That's a
and
bold one.
and Mankind actually.
Mankind?
Bold was
Like
good.
I legit loved. There was Dude Love, there was Cactus Jack, but I genuinely loved Mankind,
Mankind
bro.
character.
I loved his character,
It was
bro.
a-
Fuck yeah,
it was a good one.
I related a
He
lot
was
to
real,
his
like,
character.
crazy and
He
real,
was like kooky.
Yeah.
He was kooky and like
And
endearing.
He loved pain and all that.
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you know?
Like
he didn't look like-
What do you call those people? People. God damn it! There's a word for it.
Like what? Like a word for what?
A person that like likes pain.
A masochist.
A masochist.
There we go.
Yep. He was like a
Yeah.
masochist.
And he didn't look like a typical wrestler. You know, he wasn't built.
No,
Chiseled.
He was like an average Joe,
wasn't
dude.
clean cut.
He was an average Joe.
He wasn't like The Rock.
Yeah, which was like the
Fuck
dynamic
The
they
Rock.
had.
Yeah, it
bro.
was cool.
crazy.
Yeah. it was
If you're listening, Dwayne Johnson.
This guy. The fuck you hate The Rock, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He offered to buy a soul recently. I would fucking take the offer, bro. I'm just saying. I mean, it's in the name of Combat Cold. I'm already pretty fucking. I'm going now.
So where's that name come from, man? Like, and I love the logo. It's very
Thank you.
3-6 Mafia.
Ooh, I like that.
dig that.
I like
But
that.
I saw the tattoos, and I know you like Metallica, and I'm like, so where did the Combat Cult? Where'd the logo come from?
Yeah, I got some rappers too.
Fuck those rappers. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
the
Who
best
are they, by the way? Because I was seeing those skulls. Who are they?
Biggie, Tupac, Pimp C.
That's
Jesus
hey,
Christ.
Big shout out to that, bro.
Stop being so cool, dude.
Dude, you're fucking
can't help
cool,
it.
bro.
You need to
What
stop
the
being
fuck?
cool, bro.
I'll tone it down a little bit.
Just a little bit, because like we look like stupid right now.
I mean, speak for
You guys
yourself,
look
bro.
great. Y'all are drinking more beer
fuck
than me
you,
right now,
dude.
so you look cooler than me. So just,
Hey, now you just made us look like alcoholics. So now you made yourself look cool again. So stop it.
I can't help.
This is my first drink this week, bro. I promise, bro.
This is my first 6-pack this week.
The name. So when I was brainstorming during COVID, I don't know if you've heard the story before, but I've told it before. During COVID is basically when I started really putting the plan together. And shout out back to Rob, the one who designed my logo. I was talking to him and a buddy of mine, and we just so happened to be talking about Cobra Kai.
Okay.
And
I love that show.
and I just like we were talking about it on the group chat. I was really trying to brainstorm names. So we were talking about it, and
That must be crazy, bro. Like, being at that level already, we're like, okay, we need a name.
yeah,
And then just kind of like, what can it be, bro? Like, that's crazy.
I know I didn't want to do something like generic, like RGV Pro Wrestling.
okay,
or-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like obvious, real
yeah.
obvious.
Looking at
Yeah.
what we have now, like with New Breed, that's a very original name.
Yeah.
A lot of the promotions here have very original names, but there's names that are very generic. So I didn't want to be anything RGV because I also didn't want it to limit me to just one certain area.
Yeah. Lock you in,
yeah. I also didn't want anything like too, because if you pay attention to our brand, we're still kind of kid friendly. Like you can bring your kid, especially down here because we fucking cuss in front of our kids all the time.
They're used to it.
Fuck them
Yeah,
kids.
they're used to a lot of. I mean, we were watching Val Venus, so we can't be hypocrites. But I still cater a little bit more to the young adult 18/30-year-old. Like,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
what
Yeah,
I'm trying
for
to appeal
sure.
to. So I was already like, okay, like I don't want anything too kiddie either. Like I'm not general. I want something that has some fucking oomph to it, you know, some spice. So again, we were talking about Cobra Kai, and my boy goes, fucking Cobra Kai, they're like a karate cult. And I'm like, cult? Hey, that sounds pretty dope. Like, cult. So I'm like, okay, what can I do, like, with that word? You know, pro wrestling cult sounds stupid. Well, hey, you know what? Combat. Because combat, I mean, wrestling is part of combat. I've done jiu-jitsu for X amount of years. You know, if I wanted to venture out to doing something MMA related, I have the name already too anyway. So, hey, combat cult. So I told the boys like immediately on the group chat, and they were just like, dude, that sounds badass.
It sounds dope.
And that's when I told my boy, like, hey, start working on the logo. This is what I want. You know, X this.
Fire, bro.
So, you know, he got working to it pretty quick. And
What was your inspiration behind the logo?
so you can't tell on the front, but on the back end, it's got the coffin with the ring inside it.
Yeah.
And a few years prior, my boy Rob had actually drawn that in a different kind of style. And I always thought, like, damn, that looks dope. Like, I would love to get that tattooed. And he agreed, like, yeah, because he wanted to learn how to tattoo, and now he tattoos. And he's like, yeah, I'll put it on you. So when I came up with the name and we were talking about the logo, I was just like, perfect. Let's use that coffin that you drew, a long time ago, if you don't mind, to be part of the logo. And what I want is like a reaper behind the logo, and then I want the words kind of like, I kind of want them like creepy. I kind of want them like creep show. So he's like, all right, cool. So he drew it up, and it's fucking crazy because those are the only details I gave him, and I pictured it a certain way, and that's literally what I fucking got. Like, it was crazy how
These artists, bro, like my friend Joseph also, bro.
Uh-huh.
My friend Joseph, I tell him like, hey, like I showed you the new sticker that
Yeah.
Dude,
that
that's
a dope sticker.
coming soon, man.
yeah,
coming
new
soon.
stickers
I've
coming
seen
soon.
it. Dope.
No, but I was like, hey, I'm thinking of this, and then he sends me back that. I was like,
Exactly.
fire, bro. I was like,
And
all right.
if you look at our Reaper, he could have drawn it. He could have drew. He could have drew it.
I
with
would
a-
have stuck with drawing it.
whatever.
I,
He could have drew it with a face, but in my head, I pictured it with that one. I pictured it just kind of like hollow, dark, or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of give that mystique, and that's literally what he fucking gave me.
that's awesome.
And it's
bro.
just nuts how
it
knew.
dude. It all came together for a reason, bro.
When you have a fucking vision, bro, and you're working with somebody like fucking Nate, like we have a homeboy that like is a goddamn
Wizard, bro.
master of this bullshit.
He's master. He's like graphic designer,
He's a
video
goddamn
editor, like
Photographer,
super crazy. He lives in Dallas.
videographer. I met this guy working at a goddamn restaurant through mutual friends. We clicked and like just instantly like we would tag together. He got into drawing, like all this shit. Like we were just fucking shit up all the time. And this guy like fuck shit up, bro. Like on that level, like
People out there, man, that are just fucking
like he can design you. Like I might ask Nate to design me my next tattoo. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, do it,
Rob
bro.
designed this one.
Do it. That's what they're there for, bro.
Yeah.
They're fucking
Yeah,
artists,
he designed
bro. I can't
these.
draw for shit, bro.
I can draw. I
can't
drew
either.
my.
He can draw, but
This tattoo that I have right here, like I drew it, but
Yeah, I can't draw for shit.
yeah,
I,
I did not study
Put a gun-
art at all.
Put a gun to my head and tell me you need to draw or your life depends on it. Just fucking pull the trigger, bro. I'm not gonna
I'm done, bro.
sorry.
Go for
I
it.
can't. take me out of this misery. But yeah, no. So that's kind of how the name went and the logo. And right off the bat, I knew I wanted to do something a little bit more on the edge. I had watched a lot of Lucha Underground. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lucha Underground. If you're not, I'm gonna put you on game. Let's watch it, dude. You gotta watch it.
I'm down.
That's good. There was another promotion I remember watching back on the
But
day.
Lucha Underground, is that like
It was on Netflix for a long time. It was part of the El Rey network. Netflix had it for a good while. I don't know what happened. They don't have it no more. But you can catch them like on YouTube.
okay.
You can catch most of the matches. If you can find a way to watch the full show, that's what I recommend. Because that's basically what
it's
I want.
more it has more
It's
things?
very theatric. It's very like the matches are there, right? And it looks like, it feels like a wrestling match. But in the in-betweens is what's key. It's very like novela-like. It's very soap opera. It's got very high production, like a TV show basically. And that kind of sets the narrative for the season and the matches and blah, blah, blah. So, Lucha Underground was an inspiration. I remember watching back in the day, and you might not remember it because it came on like at 2 a.m, like on MTV2 or something. Wrestling Society X. I used to watch that too. I think they only ran a couple episodes too. It wasn't very long. But I remember watching that. And then
was there anyone known in that?
Now, yes. In fact, Seth Rollins, who's headlining WrestleMania this year.
Fuck
He was on there. I mean, I didn't know it was Seth Rollins at the time, but
he was going by something else.
yeah, Tyler Black or something. That's his indie name. Who else? Vampiro, if you remember him from WCW, the Mexico days. Vampiro was on there. Oh no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Vamp. Or was he? Fuck, I can't remember. But there was a lot of like kind of like old school names and newer guys who came up eventually. Again, like I said, it was a very brief run on MTV2. So that was kind of an inspiration. And then the last inspiration I kind of had, of course, ECW is one too, but that's kind of like more current. But the last one that really pushed me to do this was there's a clothing brand called Blackcraft. I don't know if you're Blackcraft. Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard about it.
They make very like gothic ass like t-shirts and stuff like that, merch. They had a wrestling company too, and you can actually look it up. It's like the rise and fall of Blackcraft Wrestling, but Blackcraft Cult, and I didn't get the cult name from that, right? Obviously, I told you the story on that, but Blackcraft Cult had that Blackcraft Wrestling, and I remember watching little pieces of it too because it was kind of hard to come by. But I remember watching it, and I follow Blackcraft, the brand, so that was something that also inspired me to be a little bit edgier, do a little bit more dark type things. And so those were kind of like the big three that really pushed me. Of course, now watching ECW, kind of learning how their business model ran, I kind of apply a lot of what they did now. But those were kind of the three that really pushed me to have the aesthetic that we have.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I didn't want anything too crazy, flashy, overproduced. You know, if you look at
it's perfect for the name, bro.
our logo,
It's fucking fire,
It's
bro.
just-
Yeah, I like it. I really like it.
yeah. And of course, you know, starting the match or starting the promotion, some of what I did wasn't really what I was going for. I was just trying to make things stick. But you know, you can only shoot darts at the wall and see what sticks for so long. You know, if I kind of liken this to like kicking a field goal. You know, you got to know the wind direction. You got to know the distance. You got to know all these different factors.
Yeah, dude.
So that way you can hit that field goal. You know, you want to hit that 65 70 yarder or whatever fucking Brandon Arbor hit.
70. Oh yeah.
I don't know what he hit, but
I don't know. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I don't know.
I'm a Cowboy fan. Unfortunately.
Fuck football.
I'm a fucking Niner fan, bro. Come
Fuck
on,
football.
bro.
Fuck the Niners. But you know
Since birth.
well, I'm sorry. Sorry for your upbringing.
That's funny.
But yeah, no. So like that's kind of how I look at it now, and I kind of look at, of course, ECW kind of crashed and burned, but they obviously influenced a lot of what you saw in the Attitude Era, what you saw on WCW, the cruiserweights. Like they influenced all of
they
that.
did, bro.
You know, so I'm kind of looking at that now. I'm kind of trying to emulate that a bit. Of course, ECW had a rabid fan base. It wasn't as big as maybe WCW's or WWF's.
But it was like,
But it was fucking
yeah, bro.
dedicated.
The hardcore fans
Yeah.
were there, bro.
Yeah. So that's really what I'm trying to create. I really want our fans to really feel part of and
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, man. It was my first time going to one of your shows this last time, and
It was intense, dude.
it was fucking. I was glued, bro. I was like my heart was racing at some moments and shit, bro. I was like, it was really, really awesome, bro. Super cool.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It was planned out way ahead of time. You know, I knew what matches I wanted. I knew who could gel together. I knew, of course, in the wrestling biz, like shit doesn't always go as you plan, so you have
And
to
dude,
make some movements.
one thing I gotta say, bro, those fucking open hits to the chest, bro.
bro,
Dude, that night, Mooncat, bro,
his fucking chest was
took so much that
Minced
night,
meat,
bro.
dude.
I was hurting, bro. I was like, fuck.
You can't fake that, bro. You can't fake that.
You can't fake that, bro. That's a straight up boo.
Yep.
But like hard, bro.
And those dudes are huge, man. Mo Kelly and Luke Cameron. It
hurts me
fucking
too, Larry.
Those guys are fucking jacked, bro.
They're big, dude. And Mooncat, man, he fucking
bro.
took.
That
He's
shit has
crazy.
to look crazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like at the end of the match, like when you guys are like, you know, like that shit has to look
It's
crazy,
nuts,
bro.
man. It's nuts. And if you go, there's a dude right now in WWE. He's one of their champions, Gunther. If you go back and look at him on the indies and stuff, he chops the fuck out of people. And there's this one particular picture where he kind of like chops the dude from the back, pause, and he leaves like this ripple from his fist. Like his fist is there, but his skin just fucking ripples. It's nuts, man. And then you'll see like the prints.
That's no joke.
The
bro.
prints just like inflamed, bro. Like
That shit's fucking
you
crazy.
can. I tell people.
Dude, that shit's crazy.
I tell
bro.
people who call it fake, it's not fake. Do you want to take a chop? Because I can get somebody to chop you. Pete Payne loves to chop people. I can get him to do it. So, you know, it's not fucking fake. Stop saying it's fucking fake.
It's definitely not, bro. I'm telling you. I've had firsthand experience with that shit.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It fucking hurts, man.
It's crazy.
Nah, dude. Hey, so what's coming up for Combat Cult, man?
So we got some cool stuff coming up, man. Of course, we have the April 27th show at Cine Rey.
Big shout out to that, bro. Awesome.
It'll be at 5 o'clock. The main event, it's something kind of out of the box. It's a little unordinary. And I'll kind of say I took a little bit of inspiration from Lucha Underground on that. What they would do is they would have this rumble, like a Royal Rumble, where somebody would come out every so often and enter the ring, and you know the match would grow. I'm doing something similar, where the way to eliminate somebody, is by pinfall or submission. So it's not over the top like the Royal Rumble. You got to pin or submit somebody in the middle of the ring, or in the ring. And we're gonna have 10 contestants come out every 90 seconds, and the winner, the last man standing, will get a South Texas Championship match immediately against Sean Jones, Rebel Rock Sean Jones. You'll see him here all the time at the Landmark.
Big shout out to Sean, man.
I want to say,
I want to do this quick story with Sean. I fucking know Sean from back in the day, bro. We worked at the same store back in the day, and even back in the day, bro, this was like years ago. He was like, man, I want to try wrestling. I want to, try.
Yeah.
And he's fucking doing it, bro.
He's very
fire, bro.
passionate about
He's real good,
he
bro.
did it. He did it before I was there at WR. He had a stint. He took a long time off, and now he's got this fucking fire in him. He came back, right? And he's got this
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
fire
Hell
in him,
yeah, bro.
where he's like trying to make up for all that lost time, and
I was fucking
he's done
glad
great.
that I got to see him here, and then I got to see him over there
Yeah.
with you guys. And I was just like, bro, that's the fucking homie that was talking about this shit way
Yeah.
back in the day, bro.
It's crazy
like,
to see it, man. Yeah, and Sean, like I said, he's got that fire in him right now. There's some opportunities that I'm looking forward to with him that we're creating. So yeah, we've got that show coming up. We got June 8th also at Cine El Rey. August 10th also at Cine El Rey. And I've put these all up on our social media platforms. You know, I put them up.
Make sure you follow these motherfuckers right here.
Hell yeah,
Thank you,
bro.
yeah.
Combat Cult.
Yeah, you
man.
can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. It's Combat Cult Wrestling. On Twitter or X or whatever they call it nowadays. We're not
It's
very active on it.
Right? Yeah.
We're not very active on it. But,
Who is?
Yeah, but it's Combat Cult Fight. So you can catch us on there. YouTube is also Combat Cult Wrestling. Follow us for future events. But one that I'm very excited to announce. I don't know if I should announce it.
Announce it, bro.
Well, fuck it. We're here, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
We don't have all the details just yet. We have the venue, and we have the card already set, but I don't want to reveal that just yet. But I do want to reveal that we are doing a show in San Antonio.
Oh,
Fucking fire, bro.
that is fire, bro.
We have some friends out in San Antonio. very good friends of ours. They linked up to do some wrestling stuff up there. And I was already kind of digging around San Antonio, other areas, and I reached out just out of courtesy, to ask about certain venues, and this person was like, "Yeah, let's link up." So I'm very excited, man.
That's fire, bro. Hell yeah.
I'm not going to reveal too much just yet, but this person is very passionate about wrestling. The promoter, he's very passionate about wrestling. He put together his part of the card. It looks fucking great. My biggest thing was getting guys from here in the valley, get them some opportunities outside, and that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing some of our local talent up there to showcase themselves in San Antonio.
That's awesome, bro.
I mean, a lot of them do it already anyway, but San Antonio is so huge. We're hitting a market that might not be tapped up there. Well, it's getting tapped now, right? Like people are.
Oh yeah, it's getting tapped, daddy.
At the verandas.
Yeah, y'all.
A lot of tapping there.
There was a whole lot of tapping.
Tap
That's
dancing,
about right.
bro. Some might say,
Yeah, I mean, we were stomping, but you can call it tap dancing.
But yeah, no, we're
Stomping on that puss.
Can you say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
And say whatever you want, man.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna say it.
We're
No, just make it up. Just
we're a
make up a word.
NC-17 podcast.
Just make up a word. Say whatever you want, man.
Well, so I mean,
Just make a sound.
Oh, it's good.
Whatever you're feeling.
Oh,
Make a sound. Yeah, there you go. Love it.
but yeah, no, we're excited to announce that. We should have some more information coming, in the next week or two. But yeah, I mean, I'm just very excited to get, an opportunity outside of the valley.
Hell yeah, bro. That's awesome.
I love the valley. I was born and raised in Weslaco.
Yeah, bro. But I mean,
West
you
Leco.
wanna
That's
expand
what I
this
wanted
shit,
to
bro.
ask you. Where you from, man?
West
There
Lokes,
you
baby.
go.
West Lokes.
Yes, Weslaco.
I went to
Born and
Weslaco
raised.
all my life until
Until he didn't.
8th grade.
Yeah.
I moved to Elsa school.
Oh, okay.
Elsa School.
So I
Is that what it was
graduated
called?
from Elsa and stuff.
Oh, I graduated from Elsa School.
Stupid.
It's Elsa Education.
I went to Elsa ISD.
Hell yeah, bro. Only the best.
I went to Elsa ISD. I graduated Elsa School. 12th grade.
13th grade.
12 and a half grade.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. That's fucking awesome, bro.
13.
Like, that's awesome. You're killing it, man.
you.
And I mean, I'm excited because we're gonna be at the.
It's called Arcana,
Okay.
and it's after tarot cards.
We will be there, though. We will be at Cena El Rey podcasting.
Oh, fuck yeah.
man.
And I can't wait, bro. I got a special shirt just for that episode.
Ooh.
He did.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
he definitely
I'm
did.
fucking excited to bring it out.
Fuck yeah. I need to get something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. This is gonna be a badass show. You need to get something so we can represent the
gonna be
wrestling
fun.
world, bro.
And I'll say there, like you guys were saying earlier, like local wrestling. There's something about it. Like you can go watch
The
a movie.
energy, dude.
You can go watch a movie. You can go watch a TV show, but you can't interact with it. You can go to WWE. You can go to AEW, but it's a bigger platform.
Yeah,
Fuck
bro.
you.
For sure. Yeah,
Hey, you
dude, it's
suck my
awesome.
dick. And they're like, I sucked your dad's dick. And I'm like,
Yeah, they'll do crazy shit like that. And it's like you're interacting with the show. You can influence
Yeah,
the
dude.
show.
That's awesome.
Of course, don't run in the ring. We've had it before. Don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
No, please don't.
I'm going to do it. I'm going
you're not, bro.
to
You're
like
not.
jump off the
You're
ropes.
stupid,
Please
bro.
don't.
I'm going to jump off the
I
ropes.
ain't can't even
Insurance
climb the
bill.
ropes, dog. Get out
My
of here.
insurance bill's gonna go sky. high. But no,
I got you.
but yeah,
We're going to go viral.
I hope so. I mean, that would be good. But yeah, no, there's something like it's an intimate setting.
Yeah, bro. It's
You're a lot
it's
closer
awesome.
to the action. You can see everything going on. It's not overproduced like let's say WWE. It's indie wrestling, man. I love indie wrestling. There's a lot of great promotions out there right now. Places like Borracho Pro, New Texas Pro Wrestling. There's a shit ton. Blackbird Pro. That's one in San Antonio. Like there's so many places popping up, and it can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. If you're bringing something different, if you're bringing a product that people want, I think it's a good thing. If you're just doing the same rinky-dink shit that X, Y, and Z are doing, then what are you doing it for, right? Of course, like somewhere like here in the valley where our locals, we only have so many local wrestlers. You know, you'll see a lot of guys from like New Breed or like TWL. You'll see a lot of those wrestlers wrestle for us, but we use them in a very different way. You know, yeah, they still use the same name, they still use the same likeliness, but they're wrestling people that are outside of their comfort zone. I don't want to have so many matches that look the same.
Yeah.
Especially like in-house, like within Combat Cult, I don't want to keep making the same match over and over.
For sure.
And then I also don't want to do the same matches that are going on outside of Combat Cult. I want to shake shit up. I want to make it different. I want to present something to the people, you know, to our fans, the audience, that looks a little bit different and can entertain them still. And I think the guys do a really good job of differentiating what they do at other promotions versus what they do at ours. I won't say they perform better, but I see it's just something about wrestling at Cine Rey that kind of gives those guys that extra, like, I want to fucking show out.
It made me feel like, I don't know, man. It was just the energy in there. I was starstruck, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It felt like
I was fucking starstruck.
it didn't feel like you were in the valley watching this shit.
Yeah,
Like it felt
dude.
like,
Honestly,
what the fuck is going on?
That's,
in here?
that's how it felt.
That's something I'm really trying to push, man. I'm really trying to. I see what these guys like in Austin and Houston and San Antonio, Dallas. I see what they're doing. They have a really rich wrestling culture there, and of course, the population is huge there. It's easier to attract people. They want to do shit. But I mean, one of the biggest complaints we hear here in the valley, there's nothing to do. Like, no, motherfucker, there's shit to do. Like, you just gotta go look
especially
for
now,
it, you know?
for sure.
And I mean, maybe we need to do a better job of promoting it, because I've talked to plenty of people that don't even know pro wrestling is in the valley, not just Combat Cult, but pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, there's tons of pro wrestling here in the valley. There's X, Y, and Z. You
Yeah,
can watch
dude.
them if you want. If that's your bag. You can watch us. We do things a little bit different. You know,
There's
and-
even like lucha libre. and
yeah,
stuff,
there's
right?
lucha libre, like and that's a totally different beast, and it's got its own vibe, it's got its own energy. You know, there's so much that you can actually do here in the valley, and that's just something. Again, like I said, I think it's just a better, like something that we need to do better as promoters and as wrestlers. Anybody involved, like we need to get out there and say, hey, I'm gonna be here on this date with this promotion, wrestling this guy. You know, cut promos, go talk to people. You know, I know you guys go out to fucking eat or drink or, you know, go downtown or whatever. You know, fucking talk people's ears off
Yeah, dude.
about everything that's going on. And as promoters, I think we need to do the same. I think we need to go, again, out of our comfort zone. We've done that a couple times here with Combat Cult. We've gone and done different things. I did leadership in Valley, which there's a lot of networking there. And that's another place that I've talked to people about pro wrestling. And, you know, I've landed some pretty cool gigs, just networking. And, you know, I think we need to do a better job of promoting. And I won't say just Combat Cult. Again, I'm going to reiterate that. I'm not going to just say Combat Cult, of course. I want you guys to do that. I want everybody to do that, but and myself included. But just promote pro wrestling. Pro wrestling in general, indie wrestling at its finest. Again, like I said, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, they've got this really good community. I've gone to shows. I went to this one hardcore show. It was fucking nuts, and it was in Austin, but it was like in the middle of fucking nowhere, Austin, and people fucking were there. Like people packed it out. It was It was fucking crazy. And I think that's a culture that we need to do. Also, we need to emulate that.
Well, I mean, you're doing a good job, bro.
Well, thank you.
Hell yeah, bro.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man,
doing a good job.
that was a fucking dope event, and
Thank
like
you.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to like catching more, bro. Like, I mean, my daughter has been showing interest a little bit lately, and I want to bring her out to one of the events, dude.
Well, she
Like
would.
that.
I think she would like it. How old is she?
She's 6.
She's 6. Okay. I mean, like I said, we do things a little bit more on the adult
edgy
side,
yeah.
but we still kind of try to keep it clean to where like we don't have.
Yeah, dude.
parents-
It's so
No,
different
it's-
from what she sees on
it's-
fucking YouTube.
Well, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're right. And it's like I said, it's nothing different. From what
it's
we're
not
watching.
like it's not porn, bro. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I try not to. And
I
it's
wish it
happened-
was,
Well, no,
but then I wouldn't bring her.
That's a
Obviously,
different-
into that.
That's a different license that only limits me to a certain demographic, and I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want my wife to beat the shit out of me. So,
No shit.
you know, so
Just an option.
no. I actually did get told by somebody like, "Hey, you guys should make your put all your videos on OnlyFans," and I'm like, "What?" That
Yeah.
This person's like, "Yeah, like do it," and I've heard interviews from wrestlers.
Yeah,
that,
like it's not just.
Yeah.
It's not just sex.
You can promote yourself on there.
I've
too,
heard
right?
interviews from wrestlers that are like, yeah, OnlyFans reached out to me. They want us to do, this project on OnlyFans. They're trying to move away from the adult content. They really want to be like an all type of content. And I mean, it's just kind of like, it's got its own.
It has a reputation.
It's got its
but-
reputation,
Yeah.
right?
But who fuck that?
Yeah, I mean,
I say go for it. I mean, if you got offered something like that, I'd say go for it. That's
if
cool.
OnlyFans offered me like, hey, we'll give you $100 million, I mean, babe, I'm
Or
sorry.
Take off my shirt right there.
or even if you just like have that option of like like where you can do like content on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously
why
going to be
not?
non-pornographic content.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
that's-
Should be though.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
It's a different debate. If you want to open up Combat Cold after dark, I
Hey.
mean, by all means, you can run it.
Don't let this guy run that shit, bro.
I'll
I'll tell you
oversee
right
it.
I got you.
I'll oversee your financials and stuff like that.
Oh
But
man.
I'm pretty good.
but no, yeah,
yeah, bro.
that was an
I
idea.
disinfect and wash.
Nah, yeah, bro. I'm not, bro. You're killing it, man. Like
Thank you.
your shows are killing it, man. It's really cool to see, and it's
inspiring, dude.
It's very inspiring.
Very fucking
and
inspiring.
And not even like inspiring, like, oh, I want to wrestle. It's like inspiring, like, damn, bro. Like, we have shows like this down here. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Like
Like,
it-
people-
it's something
more
to
people
look
need to
forward
see this
to. It's something to like do.
Yeah.
Like on like the weekends, like whenever the fuck like y'all throw these events, like there's options like besides just going out to a bar, like
Yeah.
go drink at a fucking
At the
wrestling event.
show, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like
We've
how
got beer.
dope is it to like drink and watch live
Yeah.
motherfucking wrestling?
Yell at Pete Payne while you're drunk. I mean, it might not result very well,
Like
but
you yell at a TV at home.
Yeah.
Yell at these motherfuckers
Yell at-
in real
I just
life.
know I had
Just do it.
so much fun the
Just
last
do
time,
it.
bro. I'm looking
Thank you.
forward to this event that we'll be podcasting at.
Fuck yeah.
And I appreciate you, bro, and everything
you.
you do,
Big
man.
shout out.
And big thank you for you to coming on the show, bro.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do this again in the future, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we will.
oh, you know we
Yeah,
will.
for sure.
I can
bro.
talk wrestling for days, man.
Combat Cult Wrestling in the house.
Hey,
You know how we do.
I had to, bro.
Hey,
I
that's
had
my
to.
shit.
Hey,
I had to.
Hey, hey.
But yeah, man, go follow them.
Hey,
Combat
yo.
Cult Wrestling, bro. Facebook, Instagram,
Insta.
YouTube.
Y'all got TikTok?
I'm sorry?
TikTok?
TikTok, yeah, we're Combat Cold Fight or wrestling. One of
Go
those.
look for
Everywhere.
Go look for it.
get them.
Go
Look
to
at
a
it.
show. It's fucking fire, man. You'll leave there like fucking like, what the fuck? Like, I need to come back to this shit. And yeah, dude, big shout out to you and everything you're gonna do, bro.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hell yeah, bro.
Thank you.
Combat Cult Wrestling.
Big
We
shout
have-
out to you guys.
And we are the 956 ABB podcast.
Niggas wanna stick me from my page.
Damn.
And big shout out to everyone watching, listening, new people, new subscribers, all that shit, man.
Especially the OGs.
Big shout out to the
You know how you
OGs.
do. You know how we do.
And we will see you next week. And catch us at Combat Cult Wrestling soon.
Slow singing, the flower bringing.
Peace.
If my burglar alarm starts ringing, what you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the Rottweilers by the door, and I
man.
feed them
How can you
gunpowder
not
so
like
they
this
can
shit, man?
devour the criminals. Trying to drop my decimals. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems. It's the ones that smoke blunts with ya, see your picture. Now they wanna grab their guns and come and get.